the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hello and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So there has been a lot of royal news, so we're just going to dive right into it. Now we're going to piggyback off of the story that broke earlier today about Meghan Markle's father, Thomas Markle, having suffered a major stroke, and he is now receiving emergency treatment in a hospital in Chula Vista, California. Now, Dan Wooten has released a story saying that he is very sad and dismayed to learn that Thomas Markle suffered a major stroke just 7 days before he was due to fly out to London to meet him and the GB News team. Now, we know that Mr. Markle was going to appear on the show as well as meet up with Lady Colin Campbell. He said, quote, "I am devastated to report this news. Just 7 days before Thomas would have joined me in London to celebrate the Queen's 70th year on the throne for a TV special on my GB News show, fulfilling his long-held wish to visit Windsor Castle. But in a cruel twist of fate, he will now be unable to make the trip as he recovers in hospital, just like he missed his daughter's wedding to the Duke of Sussex after suffering from a heart attack. I have been aware of the stroke since this morning and had agreed with both Thomas and his distraught daughter Samantha not to report the news while he underwent further tests to establish the severity of the stroke. Samantha Markle told me, quote, "My father is recovering in hospital. We ask for privacy for the family for his health and well-being. He just needs peace and rest. Godspeed. We are praying. He just needs some rest. It is a travesty how much he's been tortured and how much he's had to go through thanks to my sister's disregard in the past few years. This is totally unforgivable." Family members have been concerned about Thomas over the past few weeks as he suffered relentless attacks from members of the so-called Sussex Squad, Twitter trolls who have been spreading internet rumors after his decision to launch a YouTube show. His blood pressure had become a concern before the stroke. There is a fury among the Markle family that Thomas has been left to fund his own medical treatment. Now, despite his ongoing health issues, Thomas was very determined to visit the UK and to pay his respects to the Queen. Of course, he was going to be hosted by Dan Wooten and Lady Colin Campbell. They were going to do a series of events where he was going to pay tribute to the Queen and, of course, his Scottish heritage. He had intended to visit Windsor Castle for the first time, which, of course, was the location of Harry and Meghan's wedding. He had remained hopeful that his presence in London would finally be a reunion between him and his daughter. Now, I'm very sad to hear this. A lot of people are saying this might be part of a conspiracy theory, a publicity stunt. It is kind of coincidental that 4 years ago, right before Meghan's wedding, he suffered a heart attack and was unable to walk his daughter down the aisle. And here he is 4 years later, suffering a stroke 7 days before he's meant to travel to London for the Platinum Jubilee. Now, that is very coincidental, but I really don't believe it was planned. There was rumors, of course, from Thomas himself that he wasn't actually invited to the wedding. He never received an invitation, that Meghan had planned this whole thing. If you remember, there was a whole scandal of him being photographed with some funny photos of him being measured for a wedding suit and researching the royal family. And of course, that caused a huge fallout between Meghan and her father. A lot of people believe she set him up, that it was an excuse to get rid of him, so none of her family could show up for the wedding except for her mother, Doria. Now, we don't have any proof of that, although personally I believe it. I personally do believe she had a hand in it, but again, that is just my opinion. Now, incidentally, Mr. Markle a few months ago had released his very own YouTube channel with the celebrity photographer Karl Larson. Now, a lot of people were scratching their heads wondering how these two got together. It's a very strange duo, to say the least. Again, a lot of people are kind of questioning Karl's motives. Could he be double dipping and playing both sides and lining his pockets? We don't know. I'm sure he's a lovely person, but there's a lot of people who are kind of thinking there could be conspiracy there. He could be working for the Harkles. He could be, planning something behind the scenes with Thomas and the Harkles. We don't know. But again, it is a very strange dynamic to have the celebrity photographer who was hired to take photos of Thomas that caused a fallout with Meghan to start a YouTube channel with Mr. Markle. And most recently, there have been some photographs of Harry playing photo that were taken from Karl Larson and uploaded to Backgrid. Now, Backgrid, as we know, is the paparazzi website for hire where celebrities and the Harkles have been known to hire them for quote-unquote paparazzi photos. The surprise photo of Meghan Christmas shopping, or the really good photo of Harry and Meghan sitting outside at a restaurant, very clear view, just happened to be a surprise paparazzi photo. Again, she's never sued any of these people, by the way. So now we have Karl Larson taking video of Harry playing polo and uploading photos to Backgrid. So again, a lot of people are scratching their heads. It seems a little fishy. And now, 7 days before he's due to leave for the Jubilee, he suffers a stroke. No, I don't believe Mr. Markle is up to anything sinister. But again, his association with Karl Larson and Backgrid, the whole thing is just weird. I feel like there's a big puzzle and we're just missing some pieces. I haven't quite figured it out, but Meghan's Mole and Keep New York City MegaTrash Free have done some videos and some minor investigations in regards to that, so I will leave them linked below. You might want to go and check them out. But again, a lot of people think there could be some conspiracy theory. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it, guys. But again, I really do wish Mr. Markle a full and speedy recovery. It's going to be interesting to see if Meghan and Harry reach out to him. I hope they do, because he's in Chula Vista, California, which is in San Diego. He's literally about 3 hours away from the Harkles. She could get in a car and drive and see her father. It's not like she's in the UK. She's literally 3 to 4 hours away from her father, who is laying in a hospital bed after suffering a stroke. They have not released a statement as of yet, so it will be very interesting to see if Meghan shows up and visits her father. Now, I would love nothing more than to see that. I think if Meghan really wants to save her reputation, if she would heal the relationship and the rift with her family, that would make her go up 100 points. Seriously, everyone would be happy if she made up with her father. In my opinion, fire all of your PR people, Meghan. Just make up with your family and be a good person and tell the truth. You're welcome. I won't even charge you for that advice. Make up with your family, be a good person, and tell the truth. You can fire all of those people now. It's sad that you have to keep hiring all of these people to save your reputation, and it's not working. As a matter of fact, you have a revolving door of staff. People keep leaving. It's very strange how your company, R12 Foundation, hires these 6-figure professionals It's like they go to the graveyard of jobs and you never hear from them. They disappear the minute you hire them, because Lord knows if those people actually have anything to do. Poor Rebecca Soninus, who was hired last August to head Archwell Audio, has been sitting there counting staples for almost a year. She's been arranging the office chairs and pretending to look busy every time you walk into the office. But you hire these extremely professional, expensive people to do nothing, because that's what happens when you're a startup and you don't know how to run a company. All these people are leaving because they don't know what their job is, or you're hiring them to do several jobs. And Rebecca Soninus is probably just praying, she's trying to get through the summer. She's got that holiday planned. Spotify has taken over the complete production of Megan's podcast. They're hiring the guest and they're doing all the production work. Again, I don't know what Rebecca Soninus has been doing for almost a year, but shh, girl, we're not going to out you. You pick up the paycheck, honey, count those staples, okay? We're not trying to take the food out of your mouth, but I think we all know you don't really have anything to do, right? But it has been reported that after 19 months, Toyah Wholeness, who worked as the press secretary for the dynamic duo starting in October of 2020, has left the company. There has been no official public announcement, and her LinkedIn profile still records her as working for Archwell. But again, no reason has been offered as to why she has, quote, recently parted company. Now, I believe we're going to start seeing a mass exodus of employees, because again, when you have a startup and people don't have job descriptions clearly defined, they're going to start dropping like flies. Or better yet, they're going to run out the door because they're probably doing jobs that they weren't hired to do. I think we've all been there, done that. And again, the Sussexes might have a reputation for being a little difficult to work for, but it's just a rumor. So as we know, there has been no word from the palace in regards to the quote-unquote bullying allegations that have been going on since, I believe, October of 2018. They're still having an investigation. Nothing has come out in regards to that. But we do know that Jason Knopf could possibly be writing a tell-all book. So talk about an NDA be damned. Apparently he doesn't care. He has let the cat out of the bag. He is the one where all of the people went to and reported their grievances in regards to the Duchess of Difficult. So it's going to be very interesting to see if that actually comes out, and if any of her current Archwell former employees perhaps might speak to Jason Knopf in his book. We will keep you posted on that. The Duke of Cambridge visited the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity on Tuesday morning, donning a face mask and a blue suit. Prince William appeared in high spirits as he spoke to the staff to learn more about some of the treatments the charity's cancer hospital is pioneering. During the engagement, the royal even changed into scrubs and entered an operation room to watch a revolutionary robot-guided microwave ablation. This visit comes only a few days after Prince William has visited Dom Deborah James, a writer and podcaster who has documented her 5-year battle against stage 4 bowel cancer. Prior to this visit, Dom Deborah had announced to her Instagram followers she had been moved to hospice home care. In her heartbreaking message, the podcaster revealed one of her wishes before dying had always been to raise as much awareness and money for the charities that are closest to me, launching the Bowel Babe Fund, the name of which was inspired by Dame Deborah's social media nickname, Bowel Babe. The former deputy head teacher said the donations would go to a number of charities, including Royal Marsden, where she received treatment. A few days later, after the Duke had been urged to push in favor of marking the podcaster's efforts with an honor, it was announced the Queen had agreed on investing the fundraiser with a Dom hood. Prince William himself delivered the honor to the newly appointed Dom and discussed as president of Royal Marsden, how could oncology outcomes be improved? Dom Deborah wrote on Instagram following the royal visit, quote, Prince William actually came to our family house today. I am utterly honored that he joined us for the afternoon tea and champagne, where he did not only spend a generous amount of time talking to my whole family, but also honored me with my domhood. He is clearly passionate about improving oncology outcomes. As the president of the Royal Marsden, it was such a special day for my whole family, making memories to last a lifetime. He's welcome back anytime. This visit with Prince William very much reminded me of the time that Princess Diana went in and witnessed part of a surgery. He definitely is becoming more and more like his mother each and every day. I really, truly admire Prince William. I think he's becoming a fine prince, and I think he's going to be an amazing king. So what do you think of these stories of Thomas Markle, of Dom Deborah James, and Prince William? And what do you think of the Harkles not being able to keep their staff? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel. And please make sure you check out my Amazon storefront as well as the Royal Daily Tea website. Thank you, guys.